Every time I think of thought, my brain broadcasts a frequency. Every time we think of thought, our brain broadcasts a frequency. Wow. That's how powerful your brain is. Your thoughts. Welcome, welcome. It's blessed to have you here on this beautiful Sunday. Hope you're feeling good. Hope all is well with you. If not, you're struggling, you go through hard times, know one thing: this is all working out to your advantage. Even when it looks like things is going wrong, actually, we've got to keep top of mind knowing that even though we can't see how this is working out to our advantage, it is. Oh yes, it is. Say hi if you're in the house. Let me know where you're from, what you're getting up to, what's exciting in your world. Would love to hear. So what we're going to talk about today: our wish is our command. Your wish is your command. We're creating this world. We're creating this reality. We're aware of this. One thing I'd like to talk about though is, what are we speaking into existence? What are we thinking about? What are we focusing on? With what we're aware of, we could, I know many a times in my life I've been like, oh, the New World Order is coming, not realising I'm speaking that into existence. The powers that were, they need us to think and create this world that they're wanting to. They need to do it through us. So where's our attention? Where's our focus? Let's flip it to what we're gaining, to what we're creating, speaking that beautiful world into existence, you know, because we're aware of the plans, but that doesn't mean it's done and it's in concrete. It's about raising our vibration and realizing that our attention, you know, our consciousness and what we're feeding with our attention is growing and expanding. So what are we feeding? What are we feeling? Like with the information that we're letting in through his eyes and his ears, how's it leaving us feeling? Because we're infinite consciousness. All it is, has, and ever will be. Alright? We're not problem solvers. We're here to create. Here to create a beautiful world for ourselves, for the children, and for the generations to come. And it all starts with his thoughts. And what are we speaking? What are we talking about? Every time we think a thought, our brain broadcasts a frequency. Our brain is the most powerful transmitter of frequencies and vibration in the entire universe. It doesn't lose any intensity or any power. And it doesn't just travel in a straight line, it travels 360. Yeah? This is how powerful we are. God dwells in us, as us, and that spirit, that soul is perfect. That being, that energy is unique and perfect and beautiful. And then what gets in the way of that is the mind, traumas and stuff, blocking that transmission. So that's why it's about clearing the mind, reducing the resistance, yeah? Raising our vibration, reducing the resistance, alright? And realizing and remembering how powerful we are. And what are we choosing to create? What are we focusing on? What are we feeding? And it's focusing on the gratitude, you know, on the peace, on the raising of the vibration, focusing on what we want rather than what we don't want. Because whatever we're focusing on, we get more of that. So like, we've got really good at thinking and talking about what we don't want. But the biggest failure disease of all is excusitis. Yeah? Excusitis, pointing, blaming, and not taking responsibility. Yeah? So this is it now. We're here to take responsibility, remember who we are, and just think about, like, what are we focusing on? Because if we're thinking about what we don't want, like I say, we're going to get more of that. And with the media constantly hit us with programming and suggestion to knock us into that victim mode, when we're complaining and moaning and saying, oh, it's these guys out here, we're giving our power away, we're knocking ourselves into the victim state. And guess what? That's feeding. That's feeding the powers that were. That's their energy source. Our fear, our victimness, feeling powerless, not taking any activity, not creating our dreams. We're helping feed the powers that were. That's the energy that they thrive off. Okay, so if we're not creating, if we're feeling like a victim, if we're feeling powerless, that isn't our natural state. You know, our natural state is expansive, is joy, is feeling bliss, you know, or feeling good. But like, anytime we're not feeling good, you know, we're kicking out that fear, we're feeding that generation. You know, we're feeding with that energy, and that's fueling it. So it's like, what are we focusing on? What do we want? You know, we want peace, we want harmony in our lives, we want freedom for all. We want, do you know what do we want? And focusing on that, and realizing, do you know what I mean, how powerful you are, your infinite consciousness, all it is, has, and ever will be. We've had amnesia, we've forgotten our true power, but it's still there, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be released. Yeah, your wish is your command. The question is, what do you want? Now, if we're not too clear on what we want, a really good goal to have all the time is to be choosing to feeling good now and feeling better and better. And if you're feeling depressed, we're not expected to go to ecstatic, just a little bit more, you know, raising the vibration, sitting up straight, cracking a smile, you know, letting out some laughter. There's a quote I love, and it's like, in 10 years time, probably going to be looking back at this and laughing. So the question is, why just not laugh now? Right? So we've got to go as far as we can see, and then we'll see a little bit further. We're powerful creators. First we must conceive it, then we must believe it, and then we shall receive it. And in this world, we kind of said, look, dream big, but what's more important than dreaming big is believing in the dream, believing in the goal that you're wanting to achieve. You know it's in the sweet spot, what you're going for, when it's big enough to get you excited and small enough to believe you can definitely achieve it. Once you achieve it, then your belief will go up, your confidence will go up, and that's called the success momentum cycle. When you get a success, that gives you confidence. Then you can take more activity. The activity turns into the habits. Habits, results, more success. Round and round we go. Okay. If we're wanting to create this harmonized, beautiful, peaceful world, it's an inside job. You know, we got to go inside ourselves. We got to clear ourselves out of the parasites that's inside of us. You know, the thoughts. What are we focusing on? You know, what are we feeding ourselves? Like, are we reading books, good, positive, motivational stuff? Are we feeding the brain, feeding the mind every day? Yeah, it's no good saying, oh yeah, I read a book last year, or I read that 2 years ago. We don't eat and then that's it. Say, oh well, I ate last year. Every day, we want to be feeding it, okay? And the thing is, like, if we want to be successful in this, we've got to get out of the failure mentality. It's time to get into the success mentality, and it's all an attitude. When the attitude's right, the facts don't count, okay? When the attitude's right, the facts don't count. So that's why it's 90% focus on the attitude. When you get the attitude right, then any actions you do will have monumental results, okay? But when our attitude's wrong, any actions we do, they'll be draining and they won't create results. So, like, if we're wanting to create this beautiful world for ourselves and for our children and for the generations to come, it's realizing the power that lies within us. Yes, Amanda, thank you. Laurenina, no, I've not heard of her. I'll look out for her. Thank you, appreciate that. So this is it. But we got to get into the success mindset. If we're creating this beautiful world, we can't do it from this failure mindset, from this excuse-itis, from this with a shitty attitude. You know, we got to get the attitude right, okay? And when the attitude's right, the facts don't count. So it's like, it could look like, oh, it's a fact, the world's pagged. No, what we focus on expands. Yeah, what are we feeding? Anything that we don't want, it's good also to look at that, because it can give us clarity on exactly what we do want, you know? So we get clarity on what we don't want, so we can focus on what we do want, okay? And we can take it up. Now, we've got all these different emotions, like, so anger, you know, can actually be used, you know, as a propeller, as a jumping board to manifesting your dreams and speeding it up. If you imagine like anger like a fast flowing river, and it's like, if you fall into it, yeah, if you stay in there, you're just gonna drown in there. But imagine it's going really fast and you jump in, it speeds you up, and then you jump out, okay? So it's got that boost. And then the point is, if we're angry or whatever, or we're feeling like shit, the main reason is, what are we thinking about? What are we focused on? And then when we realise that, that's why it's tuning into gratitude, into appreciation, you know, appreciating the things we've got, you know, our eyesight, our vision, we can breathe, our heart's pumping, the health we've got, focusing on that, expanding that. And yeah, so that's my 2 cents for today. Hope all is well. Sending blessings, sending love. Your wish is your command. I've got a group where we've got the world's best training on unleashing your own personal genie. Okay, your own personal genie. If you want access to that, I can get you access for free. That's right, free. And this training used to cost thousands, and it's there as an offering for yourself and for anybody that wants to live and create the world of their dreams. Yeah, we're doing this one step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Conceive it, believe it, receive it. But like, why does all these books work like The Secret and stuff? Do you know one thing they miss out is removing the resistance, removing the doubt. And the doubt is the enemy. The doubt, we don't want the doubt. The doubt is like pushing away. When you're complaining, or when we're complaining or moaning, we're pushing away everything that we're wanting, you know? Yes, Amanda, feel free to send me a message. I'll send you the link and I'll send you the coupon code and you get access. And then plus I set a group up and I set two by mistake. So we've got two groups for Your Wish is Your Command. I can invite you into that. And yes, let's go, people. You're powerful. You're unstoppable, unrockable. You are infinite. All it is, has, and ever will be. Yes, Greg. Perfect. What I'll do is I'll send you, I'll reply back here. In fact, you know what? Let's just put it in here right now. Right here, right now. I could have added it as a link. So you're going to go to this website here, www.yourwishoffer.com, and the coupon code is Your Wish is Your Command. Boom. So if you go to that website and that's the coupon code you want to add in, it is still going to ask you your bank details, but don't worry, it's not going to charge you. It's just because that is normally costs $500 without the coupon code. So yeah, put in the coupon code, put in your details. Any questions, feel free to hit me up. I've been studying this material for like 5+ years now. And the point is, it's not something like, I mean, yeah, you can listen to it and hopefully you love it, but it's something that we keep on listening to. Like, people in the group, we've listened to it like 5+ times, do you know, like this next level training. Because what we're doing is, we're not just like hearing it in one ear out the next, we're taking it in, we're drilling in this knowledge, and we're shifting ourselves on a DNA level, shifting the resistance, reducing the resistance, raising our vibration. Yeah. This is world-class training. The guy that's teaching it, he'd already made billions before he'd shared it. He was actually in the Brotherhood. Yeah, he got invited into the Brotherhood when he was 6 years old, this guy, okay, because he had special abilities of seeing energy, being able to do things. And the biggest of most secretest of societies, the Brotherhood, he actually got invited into this. But he talks about there's two sides. There's the parasitical side that wants to drain humanity, and then there's the side that wants the benevolence, that wants to give to humanity. And that was the side he was on. He actually left the Brotherhood. But the point is, who do we listen to? Yeah, and if we're listening to someone that hasn't got what we want and hasn't been where we are, it's like learning to drive off someone that's never driven before, you know, blind leading the blind. Guys, I love you. Hit me up. Once you got access to that, let me know. We'll get you into the group, the free group. And there is actually a mastermind training that we do. And we run that every single day. Every single day. Yeah. If you want to be a master, you're going to master the basics. This is 5 minutes to learn, but a lifetime to master. When do we stop? We don't stop till we get enough. So, one step at a time, get access to that. We've got the group as well you can join with other like-minded people. And then if you want to get on a call on Zoom, let me know. We're going to be talking, we're going to be drilling, we're going to be answering the questions, we're getting clear on what we want, what we're focusing on, reducing the resistance, raising the vibration, remembering who we are, stepping into our power, shifting ourselves on a DNA level, and remembering who we truly are. So, sending blessings, sending love. If you got any questions, hit me up. Joe Cusimano. I've actually got a Joseph Cusimano as well. because we got kind of locked out of one account. Or you can reply on here, any questions, and I'll get back to you. I love you. You're powerful. You unstoppable, unrockable. There ain't nothing gonna stop you, no obstacle. Anything that feels. Remember that all great things germinate from bad events. Yeah. So like, even if it looks like there's no way out, there is. This is all working to your advantage. Yeah. Character is following through on a decision long after the emotion and excitement has passed. And you know, and I know, we made a decision before we came to this earth, and that was freedom, baby. So let's do it. Let's bring it. You got this. I love you. Stay blessed. Hope you've enjoyed today's chat. I love you. You're powerful. Every time you think a thought, your brain broadcasts a frequency. Tune into the gratitude, what you're grateful for. Choose to feel good, feel better and better. Yes, you got this. I love you. What's the 10-second miracle? Taking 100% responsibility. How do you dissolve resistance? Accept it fully. I love you. Stay blessed. Peace.